My husband and I have both been independent freelancers kind of for the past 4 years. And so honestly, one of the biggest things that is changing our life right now is the salary that I'm getting. The money that I'm making from this career is more than we have ever made before in our working lives at all. And that is so impactful to us. That is what is allowing us to go do it. Like, we have never, the last trip that we went on that we actually paid for was our honeymoon like 7 years ago. It honestly is life-changing to us. I did project management for a web development company about a year or so back, maybe a year and a half to 2 years. And I really liked it, but what I did not like about my role was that I didn't really know what we were building. So I was kind of that in-between person between the client and the developer, but not having enough technical knowledge was frustrating for me. So that's what I really enjoy about my role now, is having that. I definitely have a lot of room to grow in Salesforce, but having a bit more technical knowledge to really help the client is amazing. And that is something that I wanted to share with people who are watching these videos, is that I basically came into the program super excited to be a Salesforce admin. And then I realized, actually, I think I'm more excited to do something that I kind of did in my past, but really leverage it and take it to like not even the next level, but like the 10th level almost. And so I feel like there's a huge opportunity for people to look a little bit in their skill set and see like, what do they already have and can they apply that to something within the Salesforce ecosystem? Because I feel like the ecosystem is where the magic is. You have a little bit of freedom and like playroom to figure out your sweet spot in it. I was really excited about everything I was hearing on Bradley's side, and then just diving into testimonials and blogs and that sort of thing. And I was kind of trying to show my husband, and he definitely 100% was like, this is too good to be true. There's no way. I have to tell you, even when I got my job, my dad asked me, he's like, so this is legitimate, right? And I'm like, yeah, Dad, it's legitimate. And then he even said, after he asked me that, he said, and they're paying you? And I said, yes, Dad, they're paying me. Like, it just was so funny. And it was hilarious. But my husband was the first one to get on board. And then he just, I don't know, I can't remember what it was, but eventually he was like, holy smokes, there's so much opportunity here. And yeah, I was just at that pivotal moment in my career where I was making a big change, and this, whatever it was, I was just like, this is it. And so I dove in, and thank goodness I did. And I'm just so incredibly grateful for the program and all of the people who make it run, who support the people in it, and all of my peers too. Like, it's amazing. I'm pretty sure I started Talent Stacker on June 13th or 14th, and I learned about it a couple weeks prior to, maybe 2 to 3 weeks beforehand, on the Choose FI podcast. And I was wrapping up another program that I was taking. It was kind of like a project manager course that I was just brushing up some of my skills on. So I finished that really quickly so that I could get into Talent Stacker. Got into Talent Stacker on like June 13th, 14th, and I got the first day of my job was, I think, August 13th, 14th. It was basically 2 months, almost nearly to the day. So the time that I invested in those 2 months, I would say, was not full-time working hours, but the majority of my day was that. I was doing a little bit of part-time work on the side, but my main focus was getting through this as quickly as I could, because I was in a position where I wanted to get that next job as soon as possible. So I would say that, yeah, the majority of my day was spent dedicated to not only learning Salesforce, but I did put a lot of effort into networking. So I spent a lot of time and also looking for jobs early on. So right from the start, I wasn't waiting until I got my certification. I was out there trying to make those connections and just meet people so that I put myself into a really good position prior to getting certified. And then it just so happened that I ended up getting the job before getting certified. It was really quick. I interviewed on a Friday. I was interviewing with a couple of companies, and I interviewed with the company that I now work for on a Friday afternoon, and I was offered the position on Monday. So it happened very quickly, and I started on the Wednesday. So it was it all happened very fast, and was, to be fair, a little bit overwhelming and kind of nutty, but it was great. It was really good. I am actually not in a Salesforce admin role. I'm in a project manager role. And it kind of worked out so perfectly for me. I have project management experience in my past, and I'm also going to be dabbling a little bit into the kind of traditional business analyst role with one of our clients. So that opportunity was just presented to me today, which I'm really excited about. But the position could not be more perfect for me, and I'm thoroughly enjoying every minute of it and every aspect of it. It's really fun to be able to draw a lot of what I've done in the past, but I'm doing it with way larger clients and a much bigger team, and it's in the Salesforce industry. So it's fun to actually have a little bit of knowledge in regards to what we're working on. And so when they're talking about these requirements, or they want this in the sprint, or whatever it might be, to just know what they're talking about and be like, yeah, I've learned that. That's so awesome. And so I feel like I didn't plan this at all, and it just happened to be the most perfect spot where I landed. So I'm really lucky, I feel. At the beginning, I found it a lot more difficult to be learning the platform than I initially thought it would be. And I was near the point where I'm like, I don't think this is for me. So if I could go back, or if I was speaking to someone who just joined, I would say, don't give up too early. Like that, the first little bit when you're learning something new always sucks, no matter what you're doing. You're not good at it, so it's not very fun. But if you just push through that, it gets so much better. And so that would be my advice, is just don't sweat it at the beginning. Don't be too hard on yourself at the beginning. Also, mainly, I think, is just like, let it be what it's gonna be, and you'll start rolling and it'll be fine. I connected with a study group right when I got into the program. That was one of the best things I did in terms of leveraging what you get with the program. What we did with our time together wasn't actually really a study group, but we used it to build an org. So we came up with a business idea, and then it was fantastic to just, that I feel like really helped me learn, because we had specific business instances where we needed to implement something, and then we needed to think through it, not just like, I want to set up profiles. I need to set up these profiles because this, so then you even realize, okay, well then that leads to this, and then you have to do a little bit more. And we're actually not done yet. We're keeping it going because we're really enjoying it. But yeah, that was incredibly valuable for sure. The potential, there's so many things. The potential for sure is just incredibly motivating and inspiring. And also, one quick little fun fact, my husband, he was just nominated for this design award in London. We live in Canada, and we're going there next month for this design award. And we're also going to take some time traveling around Europe, and I can do that with this job. Like, it's it's fine. It's no problem at all. And that's insane to me that we have this freedom to work anywhere. And I also work with a global team, which is so cool. So I'm in Canada. I work with people in India and people in the United States and in Germany. And there's just so much opportunity and so many things to learn and so many things to do. And you have that freedom with a job in Salesforce. And so, yeah, it's amazing.